It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Milwaukee Brewers. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
You know, I always think pitching and defense are the keys to success in the long run. So as the season gets started, it's going to be really important for this pitching staff to set a good tone. If they can get off on a good foot, it will do a lot for the confidence of the entire ball club.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2019 Milwaukee Brewers.
Quickly now, a look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. Now a chance to look at the starting nine for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Milwaukee Brewers. And let's take a look at Christian Yelich, former Gold Glove winner in 2014, covers a ton of ground out there, and don't test the arm.
Into the box now, Tommy Edmonds, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Skied into very shallow right. Garcia is over. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. So he comes up empty in his first major league at bat.
Colton.
I know he was expecting more, but that's a win. If you can put the ball in play, your first big league AB, and you're able to get that adrenaline and the nerves out of you, that's a win right there.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Garcia on the run. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. The next to bat for St. Louis, Paul Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt.
The 2-1 home is a fastball that misses.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
And a full count to Paul Goldschmidt. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Now this pitcher's feeling the flow right now. 2 outs in the first inning. He's got really nice mechanics working right now and blew that fastball right by him.
And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Another payoff pitch. And another foul ball. He'll try it again, 3-2. Line drive to center field. Kane will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. It's the Cardinals nothing, and the Brewers coming to bat. You're watching MLB Network. Time now for a look at the hometown Brewers starting lineup. D-Row, what do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
Hey, Matt, the first thing I notice when I walk into Miller Park is those gaps are super tight. You got to get greedy in a ballpark like this. There's a lot of damage to be had. This park plays really, really tiny at times. So look for this offense to try and drive the ball.
Jack Flaherty is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that knows how to pitch. Last year, his ERA was just under 3.5 for the season, and I would imagine going into the offseason, he's looking to better that, and hopefully he gets off to a good start. We'll see if that starts in this one today.
The St. Louis Cardinals attack you on defense in this fashion. And let's take a look at Colton Wong, one of the more dynamic middle infielders in our sport. Ability to turn a double play, bazooka arm from a second baseman.
Here now's the center fielder Lorenzo Cain to get us started in the bottom half of the first. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone. His prior history in this matchup, he's 3 for 9. The 2-1 home. Hit in the air down the right field line. Fowler on the run. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Batting second.
So one away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring in utility man extraordinaire Eric Sogard. And there's ball 2 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that misses off the plate and low, so it's 3-1 now.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
The 3-1 pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4, a 1-out walk here in the home first.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Into the box, Christian Yelich. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. There's 1 on the Goldschmidt, and it's in time. A double play, and the side is retired. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Paul DeYoung. He'll get us started in the top of the second. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2. Woodruff has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that. Boy, and he rips this ball down the left field line. But he just missed his extra bases. Slapped hard the opposite way. Base hit, and that's their first of the new campaign.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Stepping in now, Tyler O'Neill, 3-1 to the Cardinals left fielder. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roy. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
DeYoung gets his lead at first, nobody out. And that misses for ball 4, and it's first and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Coming to the plate now, Dexter Fowler, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Weak grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. The 1-2. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out. And he'll indeed move up 90 feet, putting runners at the corners now with one away.
We'll see if moving up to third pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for third, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a hit.
So striding in, Matt Carpenter, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. The 1-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
1 ball. With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute to hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
No score here as we play inning number 2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Line towards center field. And it's the Cardinals that'll strike first here, and that base hit makes it a 1-0 ball game.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
In now, Yadier Molina. 2 balls and a strike to Molina.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
We're in the second with the Redbirds holding a 1-0 lead. Line toward the gap in left center, and that gets down as he can't get there in time. Now a long throw to third, and this will come in far too late. He's in there at third.
Batting 9. The pitcher,
and time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jack Flaherty. He'll get to take his first cuts here. The 1-1 sinks below the knees, taken for a ball.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with two guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
The 2-1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. The 2-2. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Braun camps under it, and he's got it for route number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder, Tommy.
Striding in once again,
Edmonds.
Tommy Edmonds. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Now the 2-1. Had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. The 2-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The 2-2 one more time. Lined hard to the left side. But this is a foul ball.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. And this is going to wind up as extra bases, as that'll play 1 for sure and maybe a second. And this is pretty cool,
now,
guys. Not only is that his first big league hit, it's also his first major league RBI. Not a bad way to get your career started.
Yeah, no doubt, Matty. He took care of the 2 first with 1 swing of the bat. So congrats to him on achieving something that's really special that he's worked so very hard for. He'll never forget this moment as long as he lives.
Into the box now, Colton Wong. Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. And a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. And he will score from third. A daring move as he scores on what ought to be called a wild pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Garcia coming on, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Wow, his manager must have a lot of faith in him, and I'm not sure why. He's given up 5 hits in this inning alone, and it doesn't look like it's going to come to an end anytime soon.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Wong leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Called strike, and he's behind 1-2.
1-2.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss got him reaching. Navarez has it. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. 9 men come to the plate, however, 5 of them score. On now to the bottom of the second. Cards lead it 5-0. Digging in now for the Brewers, Omar Narvaez. And his guys have quite a hill to climb, down 5-zip here in the early going.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
The count now at 2-1. The 2-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. 3-2 now.
He walked the guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
Fly ball out toward left center field. After it is O'Neill, and a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit.
Hey, there's a case of a jam sandwich right there. Not that bad of a pitch, but he's able to just be strong enough to loop that one into left field.
Dan, sometimes a jam sandwich tastes much better than a rocket right at somebody.
Standing in now, Avisail Garcia. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. On deck, the always dangerous Ryan Braun. Nobody out, runner on first. Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Ryan Braun.
Now at the plate, Ryan Braun. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. 2 out, nobody on. Two balls and a strike to Braun. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1. Preston Hara would be next. The 3-1. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
A runner on first with 2 away. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. Called strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time is looked at, and the count moves full.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Brewers strand 1. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the 3rd. Heidi?
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Not only have they already put up a bunch of runs on the board, but they've also made the opposing starter work very hard. His pitch count is high, so it seems they'll be getting into the bullpen sooner rather than later.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Digging in for his second at-bat, Paul DeYoung. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too. Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at-bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now. Now the 2-1.
fly ball heading for the alley. Kane is after it, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he will make it there as the Cardinals get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double.
Now batting.
Heck of a job by the batter right there. You would have thought he bought himself a fastball, but gets an off-speed pitch, doesn't try and do too much, and drives it for a base hit.
Brett Anderson is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Brett Anderson.
Into the box, Tyler O'Neill, and he swings and lifts an easy fly ball into shallow center field. Garcia is there, and he'll bring this one in, and the runner not tagging will retreat to second base. So one gone here in the St. Louis third, and that'll bring in the switch hitting outfielder Dexter Fowler. The 1-1 is low and outside for a ball. Anderson has racked up over 800 innings in his big league career, and over those innings he's worked to a whip of just a little over 1.3, so he's a reliable arm in terms of limiting traffic on the base paths. In there, 2-2. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. DeYoung, the runner at second with one away. Line to the right side, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
The third baseman, number 13, Matt Carpenter.
Man at second here with two away, and that'll bring up the sweet swinging Matt Carpenter. The 3-2 pitch, and he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away, making him sweat out there. The seventh pitch coming up. He pulls this one into right. Garcia is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. One left for the Cardinals as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Next for Milwaukee, number 2, ready to get his day at the plate started right here. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. And he swings and pops it foul behind the plate. And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out.
Batting ninth.
So here now is the pitcher, Brett Anderson.
Anderson.
The 1-1. This pitch is popped up. Carpenter is under it. 2 gone.
Now batting. The center field.
Digging in, Lorenzo Cain. It was a fly out for him to start the home first. The 1-1. This ball will be chopped foul. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina, as we begin the top of the 4th. The 2-1 home. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2. And now it'll kick around in the corner.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
In now, Jack Flaherty. And he misses the bunt attempt, so it's a ball and 2 strikes now.
That's not great form right there, but you can't be surprised. A lot of these guys were not asked to bunt coming up through the minor leagues, so don't expect every sac bunt to get down.
And he pulls this one back in time, 2-2. Molina on at first, nobody out. Still showing bunt with 2 strikes, but he pulls it back, 3-2.
Yeah, now you've got a guy up there trying to give you an out by bunting. So the last thing you want to do is waste pitches and maybe put yourself in a situation where you could walk him.
Now the payoff pitch home is going to be a sacrifice attempt as he gets it down. To second for 1, on to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
Up next for the
now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Tommy Edmonds, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. The 1-1. Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2. In the dirt here. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, the intent there with that 2-strike pitch was obviously to get him to fish for something he couldn't do a whole lot with, but there's the risk that comes with that as well. If you don't execute or your catcher can't handle it very well, you give up 3 bases.
Here now the 2-2. A line shot to third base, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play.
Now batting.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. From the belt, kicks and deals. Line towards center field. Kane is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Cards leave 1, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Now at the plate, Eric Sogard. He drew a walk his first time up. The 2-2 one more time. Fouled off. The 2-2 one more time. This is on the ground over to first. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Well, nothing earth-shattering about this one. He just didn't finish the play and watch it into his glove. And now they've got the leadoff runner aboard and no outs.
Into the box now, Christian Yelich, fouled away. Again, he sends it out of play. The 1-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Edmonds is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now
stepping in and ready for another shot. Omar Narvaez. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double. Absolutely scorched that base hit. Worthy of some show track love, and as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up. Stepping in now, a.k.a. Garcia. High in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Edmonds. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Now the tag by Molina, but it comes too late. He's in there to score.
The first baseman, number 8, Ryan.
You'd have thought someone had a radar gun on him with the effort he put into that throw. That's a cannon of an arm right there.
Standing in now, Ryan Assist. The count moves in his favor. 2-1 now. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. Brewers forced to settle for 1. We played 4 full. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Brewers 1. Ready for another chance? Paul Goldschmidt. No hits to this point. Now the 1-1 pitch. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Final line there for the Brewers starting pitcher. Not the opening day he wanted to have, unfortunately.
Boy, this one got ugly early. They were looking to get some innings out of the starting rotation. That didn't happen in this one, lasting only 2 innings. A lot of outs yet to get from this bullpen.
Hit high and deep out to left center field. Kane going back, still going back. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. It's a solo shot here for Paul DeJong. First home run of the campaign for him, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
Man, you could see the center fielder tracking the ball the entire way. He thought he had it, and he might tell you he should have had it, but he just couldn't bring it back into the yard. Sometimes it's a game of inches, folks.
In now, Tyler O'Neill. A ball and 2 strikes now.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Well, we all know he can burn on the base pass, right? But that's a little tougher to do when you've got a nice goose egg on your leg. It's tough to do like that.
Count remains 2-2. Line drive to left. Yelich is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Into the box now, Dexter Fowler. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. On the move is Garcia. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. But the Cards add on just a bit courtesy of this solo home run. Middle of the afternoon here at Miller Park. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Brewers 1. Back here in Milwaukee at Miller Park as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said the high pitch count they've run up is a result of a lot of great battles at the plate by his guys, and he's not wrong. So far, they've worked 5 full counts in their at-bats.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. At the plate, Preston Hara comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
This one doesn't look good so far, down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And he fouls this one off. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Lays off 2-2 now. Two pitch is fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Pulled high in the air out to left field. O'Neill waits on it. One away.
Now batting.
In now, number 2. He's 0 for 1 thus far. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error thus far in the game for Milwaukee. Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
3-2 pitch. High and deep to right center. Calling for it, Edmonds makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Manny Pena will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 9, Manny Pena.
Can't do much with that one. It's 1-2. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error thus far in the game for Milwaukee. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. Hard hit toward the hole. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
And they keep the inning alive with a base hit, but you can see that's only the 3rd hit he's given up the entire game, so he's still in total control out there.
In now is Lorenzo Cain. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. The 1-1 is a ball high and inside. And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. The 2-1 is in there for strike number 2. And a full count to Cain. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
3-2 pitch. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
Well, he made quick work of the first 2 guys this half inning, getting 2 quick outs, but then he gives up a base hit and now the walk. We'll see if he has it in him to draw the line in the sand and get out of this.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Pitch is popped up. On to first, and the Brewers are turned away as the inning is over. Brewers strand a couple. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Corbin Burns is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
39.
Ready for another shot now. Matt Carpenter will lead things off in the inning for St. Louis, and he'll be followed by Yadier Molina, who waits on deck.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
Now another 1-2. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Garcia has a read on it. And that's the first out of the inning.
The catcher, number 4.
Digging in once again, Yadier Molina. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. 1 out, nobody on. And this pitch misses for a ball. 2-1 now to Molina. Action in that Milwaukee bullpen now as a left-hander started to throw out there. The 2-1 home. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
They talk about having a day. How about 3 at-bats, 3 knocks? Not a bad day, D-Row.
We used to say in the big leagues on the bench, anybody can get 2. Can you get 3? And if you get 3, who's on the hook for 4?
Stepping in now, Jack Flaherty, wanting to avoid the double play here as he gets this one down. 1 there, on to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Now batting.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Stepping in, Tommy Edmonds, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Well, this isn't his more accomplished side. As a general rule, he's a much better hitter from the right side, but they're looking for him to come through here, swinging the bat left-handed.
2 balls and a strike to count. Ready with 2 balls and a strike. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there. Colton Wong would be next. The 3-1 pitch. This is line to left. Yelich is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 1 left for the Cardinals. They hold on to their 6-1 lead. Andrew Miller is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Number 21, Andrew Miller.
Leading off the inning, Christian Yelich, and they'll need him to get something going here. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. And this throw gets away from him.
Now batting, the catcher, Omar Narvaez.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Omar Narvaez. He doubled his last time through. Yelich aboard here at first with nobody out. And it's fouled away. The count is 2-2 to the Brewers catcher. Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. Now we'll step off and fire to the bag. And he's back standing. And another snap throw to the bag. Keeping particularly close tabs on him. This one's down to third. Taken in by Carpenter. There's one. On to first, and they get the double play.
It's hard to do anything with a pitch like that that's below the zone. And if you do anything with it, most of the time, this will be the result. A double play on a good pitch down in the zone.
Into the box, Avisail Garcia. 1-2.
This offense is going to have to find a way to get going. It's happened in the past. Every team goes through it where everyone seems to fall into a funk at the same time. Everyone needs to relax and not try and be the hero and just start getting the leadoff guy on.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled off. The 1-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. O'Neill waits on it. And that's the third out. One hit in the inning, but that gets erased. We're through 6 full. The Cardinals lead it 6-1. Back here at Miller Park in Milwaukee. 7th inning upon us with the Cardinals out on top, and it's time to check out the game summary to see how we got here. Here's Colton Wong now. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
Nice 2-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
In now, Paul Goldschmidt. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2.
Didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with that running action on that 2-seam fastball.
Too high that time, and it's 3-1.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
And no messing with Goldschmidt there as he'll take first on ball 4.
The batter, number 11, shortstop,
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat. Three balls and a strike to the Cardinals shortstop.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
Runners on first with one down. Hit down the third baseline. Skips through, and he really has their number now. 4 for 4 in this one. And he's safe.
Boy, talk about having a day, Debro. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
Standing in now, Tyler O'Neill. Ball taken there. 2-1 now. High in the air down the right field line. But this will land untouched. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time, and he fouls this one off. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Another full count offering on its way. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
The 2-1 pitch. And that misses off the plate and low, so it's 3-1 now.
You fight so hard to get into these type of counts. You can't let this pitch get away from you. You have to keyhole something middle of the plate.
The 3-1 pitch. Full count, 3-2. And it's fouled away. A swing, and he pulls it down the line and deep. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. First home run of the campaign for him as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Wow, grand slam on opening day? That's got to feel good. Can't get off to a better start to your season. They're going nuts in the dugout, and I don't blame them. This could be an omen for great things to come from this guy and this squad.
Number 35.
So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. Into the box now, Matt Carpenter. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Digging in now, Yadier Molina. His career numbers against this pitcher. He's 4 for 11. 2 of those hits were for home runs. He loses him on ball 4. So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Andrew Miller. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. The 1-1 is strike 2 swinging. 4 runs here in this half inning. Weak grounder down the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Again, another foul ball. He'll try again. 1-2. This is line to left. Yelich there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. Stepping into the box, Ryan Braun. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
2 balls and a strike now. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 2-2. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Edmonds giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Now batting, Preston Hara. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Hara.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Now to the plate, number 2. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Inside with the fastball, and he works the base on ball. Ben Gamel will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Ben Gamel.
This is line to left. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. David Phelps comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Tommy Edmonds will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now. 1-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Garcia. Oh, and a great diving catch for the first down.
Now back.
Ready once again, Colton Wong. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. On deck, the powerful right-handed bat of Paul Goldschmidt. Hit out towards second. Throw gets him, 2 down. Standing in, Paul Goldschmidt. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 2-1. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
And when you're already down by a bunch, this is where a guy's got to take some responsibility out there and at least start throwing some strikes.
And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner. Goldschmidt is off at first with 2 away.
Young.
Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Now back to the top of the Milwaukee order, digging in Lorenzo Cain. It was a walk in his last trip. The 3-1. 3-2 full count. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 pitch on. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8.
Eric Bogard.
Fouled off. The next 3-2. Fouled away. The 3-2 one more time. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out. So stepping in, Christian Yelich. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
The 1-2. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Omar Narvaez.
Catcher,
2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
Narvaez.
The 3-1. Pops this one up. Coming on is Fowler. He can't get to it. This one's down. And the runner from second is in to score. Stepping in, Avisail Garcia.
Now batting, right fielder, Avisail Garcia.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Here he is in his 3rd inning of work out of the pen, which isn't all that common these days. And he's looking a little off right now. These guys aren't used to getting this much work in a single game anymore.
John Brelia was called upon to pitch, really needing that double play ball. Bases are loaded here with only 1 man out. Ryan Braun will be the first to meet him here, and he'll do so in an enviable situation indeed. Bases loaded and only 1 out now. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses for the second ball.
When you've got a guy that throws a good 2-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
Line to the right side. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. At the plate, Preston
Now
Hara.
batting, second baseman,
Navarez on third.
Hara.
Garcia on second. Braun at first. 1 gone. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball. Pulls this one in the air out to left. O'Neill waits on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And even with 2 outs now, they decide to hold that runner at third.
Now batting.
Stepping up now, number 2. 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. The 1-1. And it's fouled away. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And he popped him up. And that's in there, base hit. 1 run is scored. And the second run will score as well. Ryan Healy will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Pinch hitting for the Brewers, number 27, Ryan Healy.
2 men are on with 2 men out. And a called strike on the outside corner there. It's full now, 3-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. Alex Claudio enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
Claudio.
Stepping into the box, Tyler O'Neill. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Two balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
And obviously this guy's a double threat up there. He can run and he can go yard too. You don't want to walk him because he might steal a base on you, but you don't want to groove a fastball either because he can take you out of the yard.
3-2 pitch. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. And this is hauled in on the run for the out. And he had a lot of ground to cover to get to that one. Into the box now, Dexter Fowler. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Swing and he pops him up. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. Now the 3-2 pitch. Hit out towards second. And there's out number 2. Stepping in, Matt Carpenter. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is. At the plate, Lorenzo Cain. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Grounded to short. DeYoung fields it cleanly, and there's 1 away. Striding into the box, Eric Sogard. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And here's the 3-2 from him. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. The next 3-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Digging in to try it again, Christian Yelich. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Good slider there, but laid off and called the ball low.
This is a big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's a great hitter, and he's a guy that kind of spark plug. He gets this team going. So if I'm on the mound right now, you really want to try to get this guy out to hopefully keep them from getting a potential big inning started.
The Brewers down to their final strike. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals.